My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind: to inspire you to get outdoors. Welcome to Infantry Outdoors. Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Infantry Outdoors. Yours truly, your favorite blind guy. I'm the Infantry, back at it again, doing what we do, and today we are in the kitchen and going to be preparing a simple hot sauce using ingredients from the garden. But before we get started, as always, let's acknowledge the folks that keep us going. Silver Connections Group for all of your digital marketing needs. Let my friends handle that. Check them out today at silverconnectionsmobile.com. Also, water purification products, pure water at your fingertips. Look no further than the experts at water purification products. Check them out today at waterpurificationproducts.com. And of course, Mayhem Studios. Add a little mayhem to your media with Mayhem Studios. Email them today at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. So with that said, guys, if you'd like to become a sponsor of the program, they're always linked down in the description box down below. You can write to us at infantryoutdoors.com. Comments, questions, concerns, advertising can all go right to that email. And of course, be sure to follow us across all social media platforms as Infantry Outdoors. Well, let's get started, guys. Last year, we had a lot of cayennes, and I mean a lot of cayennes. This is the second bag from last year. This is actually 1,100 grams of frozen cayenne peppers that we've been saving over the years from our 6 cayenne plants that we had last year. So today I figured I have this much left over. We make a quick and easy sauce. Now, mind you, this stuff did come from my garden, so it is sustainable. That's the best part. So make sure you check out all of our gardening videos here and our gardening playlist that will be coming out here very shortly. So we got a bag full of cayennes, and I figured what better way than just to do a simple, easy hot sauce. So today's ingredients are going to be our cayenne peppers, roasted, fresh, smoked garlic. I spent 3 hours smoking this on the smoker, and apple juice. That's it. Very simple. Now, before you get started, if you're going to make hot sauces like I do, I would suggest, number one, get yourself a food scale. Okay, you're going to want to weigh everything, especially if you want to duplicate the recipe, which we're on batch number 7. This is the one that we're creating today. 1 through 6 have been a huge hit, and I have to duplicate those recipes. So I have everything written down, the amount of grams, the weight, everything that I put into here. The only things we may be adding into this is maybe a little bit of salt, and that's probably about it. We're just going to go with these simple ingredients and make hot sauce. So also get you a notebook, write everything down. You know, today's ingredients is cayenne, roasted garlic, and applesauce, or apple juice rather. It doesn't get easier than that. Now, I will link all of the products down below if you guys want to shop using our links. It really does help out the program because we do receive a small kickback from Amazon when you shop using our links. So blender, scale, all that stuff that we use today will be linked down below. All right, let's get into it. So we got our blender. We've got our peppers. Let's bring the blender over here so you guys can see a little better. Now, this blender does have 2 cups, the wonderful handy dandy Ninja. We'll start with this, we'll move to this, okay? And this is how I've done every hot sauce I've created so far. Everybody's loved it. Now, one thing that you do need to do is make sure everything is properly sanitized, properly cleaned. I wash everything, and I also use Star Sand. I spray it in there, let it sit, do its thing, dump it out, and it just pretty much ensures me that the surface area in here is clean and ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with these cayennes. We're going to put about half of them. We're going to fill about half of this up with the peppers. Okay, go about that much for now. We want to throw in some of our garlic. Okay. Now, measure cup. Remember, measure everything out. Let's go cup. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's start with a cup. Put on our lid. And go to town. Okay, so now we want to start blending. Start it off on low, work our way up, let everything get chopped up in there. Okay. Let's add some more. Okay. Now, next thing we're gonna do, I got a pot over here on the stove. We're going to dump this out and continue the process. Just a little bit more orange juice. Let's go cups, that's 6 cups. That much. Actually, put that in because the other I'm going to use the whole cup because the other batch was a little thick. So this comes out thin. There you go. Smart blender knows when it's done. So now go add this to the other batch. So we have successfully completed phase 1 of making our hot sauce. We've run it through the blender. Now, depending on your taste of hot sauces, this may be a consistency that you like. This is more of like a salsa. It's not really saucy yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it through this guy, which is your smoothie maker. All right, so you guys can see it's still chunky, chunky, chunky. Okay. Let's give it a paper towel, give it a wipe. Now keep in mind, guys, this is hot sauce, so if you get it on you, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes, wash your hands with soap, all that good sort of stuff, because it will burn you. And here we go, smoothie on. you can see that it's a completely different color once it comes out of this machine versus the other machine. The other machine was a darker red, and then this is a much lighter orangish red, if you will. So then we're gonna take this. Oh, it smells so good. Pour this into our pot. And keep going. All right, so let's take a look at what our sauce looks like, because we may want to run it again. And again, this is all depending on your sauce preferences of how thick or how loose you like your sauce. Because at this point now we get to decide, do we want to thin it out? Do we want to add anything? Do we want to run it through the blender again? And I kind of think this is going to be okay, because we're still going to add xanthan gum to this, which is going to thicken everything up. And I think this is pretty good. Let's actually taste it. Let's see what our experiment tastes like. Ooh, that's good. Oh yeah. It's definitely got some bite to it. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some salt. And I'm adding about 4 teaspoons of kosher salt. Now our last step before I put it on the stove is we add our xanthan gum. And I'm going to add to this size of a pot, probably a whole tablespoon. And what this is going to do is going to thicken up our sauce. And allow it to chunk up, if you will. So you want to mix this in really good. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this on the stove on a medium heat, let it simmer for probably about 20 minutes, and then we'll get to the point to where we're going to start bottling it, so stay tuned. If you've enjoyed this video up until this point, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, consider becoming part of the Infantry Outdoors family. It's absolutely free to do. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you're notified each and every time that we upload on Wednesdays and live stream on Fridays. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us at infantryoutdoors.com. Also, check out our website for all of our merch, recommended items, and so much more. See you after we put this on the stove. So we're over at the stove, guys, and what I'm doing is I'm heating the sauce. I blended it a second time, because remember we were talking about how the consistency is basically up to you. The consistency of the first blend and the first extraction still left it kind of chunky, still left it kind of thick, and it would be hard to come out of a bottle. Now, if you're gonna put that in a mason jar, great, dude, that would be like great for tacos and things like that. But we're looking to get more of a sauce, and I basically just ran it through the extractor an extra time, which made it out to a nice, you know, beautiful consistency. Let's see if I can scoop some up here for you guys. You know, you can see now it looks like a sauce. I also added an entire 64 ounces in total in this recipe of apple juice. So we used an entire 64 ounces of apple juice on top of 1 cup of white distilled vinegar. The reason for the vinegar, and I'm not a person that cares for it in my sauces, I try not to add it. However, when you take a pH test and you want this to be shelf stable, it has to be below a 4.0 in order to be shelf stable. Now, Where we were sitting before, we were at like 4 to 5. I like my sauces to be underneath a 4, as close to 4 as I can get them. This way I'm assured that when I put them on the shelf that they are going to in fact stay good for a long period of time. Another reason for heating your sauces, if this was a fermented hot sauce, it's good to heat your sauce above 160 degrees for at least 15 to 20 minutes to stop fermentation. Because if you don't stop the fermentation, one day someone, or maybe even you, is going to open a bottle of hot sauce and it's going to poof into your face, because when you bottle it, the fermentation doesn't stop unless you stop it. So what we're doing here, by heating the sauce and getting it to temperature and letting it sit there, is making sure that there's no fermentation taking place, make sure that there's no bad, harmful anything in our sauce. It's basically pasteurizing the sauce, okay, is what it is. So, as you see, we got our nice soupy sauce, we've added our vinegar, we've added our ingredients. Now we're just gonna heat it up, let it come up to temp, and let it sit. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys once this is done heating up and we're about to start bottling. Well, we're in the home stretch of our simple hot sauce recipe. Again, all we added to this was cayenne peppers, smoked and roasted garlic, a little bit of salt, apple juice, a very small bit of vinegar, and we finally made it to our sauce, which we've heated on the stove, got it nice and warm. Now, I've been asked, well, why do you heat the sauce if it's not fermented? A lot of the reasons I heat my sauce, especially before I'm about to bottle it, is that when I put it in the bottle and the sauce cools down in the bottle, it creates a seal on the bottle lid to help keep it, you know, good, so shelf stable, on top of the acidity levels that we've reached at to where it's shelf stable as well. Now we're at the point where it's time to put sauce into bottles. One of the coolest and easiest ways I've found to do it, believe it or not, is a turkey baster. And again, all of the products you see me use today in this video will be linked down in the description box below. Please feel free to shop using our links. It does help the program out. So, turkey baster, really great tool. And it's simple. All you do is you put it in here, suck it up. And I'm gonna start with these small bottles first. And just fill them up. And I discovered doing this turkey baster method after using a funnel. And for me, this is just easier because I can see it filling. I don't have to worry about overfilling. It doesn't make a huge mess on the bottle, so there's less to clean up afterwards. And it just does a great job. Now, being that this is hot, I'm gonna fill it all the way to the top because it's gonna shrink as it cools. So we wanna go, right to the top. Okay. Wipe your lid off. And there you have it, our first bottle of hot sauce. So again, the bottling process is pretty easy. I mean, you can use a funnel, you can use a lot of different ways. The issues that I found with the funnels is sometimes my sauces are a little thick to get through the funnel or through the bottle. With this, I can shoot it in there. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna fill up these bottles and we'll come back to you to wrap things up. Well, here we are, guys, and we got quite a bit of hot sauce out of our recipe that we did. Now, this is a quick, simple, easy recipe to make with cayenne peppers. I mean, you could substitute the cayenne for any pepper that you want: jalapeno, habanero, scotch bonnet, reapers, ghost peppers, whatever it may be. Again, this was just a quick, simple recipe. The reason behind it is, you know, to show you guys how to use, if you're gardening, what extra stuff you have. Now, that bag was an extra bag that we had left over from last year that was just going to sit in the freezer. And what better way than to use hot sauce? And in my house, we use a lot of hot sauce. We're also planning to market our hot sauce one day So coming soon, Infantry brand hot sauce. Not only does it pack the heat, but it packs a whole lot of flavor. But guys, that's all I've got for you. I mean, here, as you guys can see, I bottled it up in 2 different size bottles, and all I have left now is to put the wrappers, put the foil packs on them, and put them on the shelf. They're all set. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up, share it out so that other people can enjoy it as well. Drop comments down below. What would you have done differently? Have you done this? You know, what type of sauces do you like to make? Drop it in the comments below. And of course, for advertising, comments, questions, or concerns, always write to us at infantryoutdoors.com. Don't forget to go check out our website as well, infantryoutdoors.com, for all of our merch, for recommended items, photo galleries, winners, so much more. Guys, just check it out. It's a great website. But that's all I've got for you today. Remember that all the products will be linked down below, so please shop using our links because it does help the program out immensely. A small little kickback from Amazon really does go a long way. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this quick and simple hot sauce recipe you can do at home. And as for me, the Infantry, that's all I have for you today. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are around the world. And I hope that this and all of my adventures here on the program inspires you to get outdoors. And until we meet again, have an amazing day, everyone.